A Roth IRA is one of the best investment tools for early retirement and financial freedom. So suggesting to do anything but maxing it out might sound ludicrous. However, today, I'm going to make a case for not maxing out your Roth IRA, even if you can. Now look, before I get accused of clickbait or just trying to fire up a storm, let me just say something and be very clear about it. I 100% believe in the power of Roth IRAs, and I personally have one. I've had one since the day I turned 18, and I've consistently invested in it throughout my younger years. There is nothing wrong with a Roth IRA, and if you're looking to build towards retirement, and if you're looking to build towards maybe even an early retirement with a normal income, a Roth IRA is one of the most powerful tools you can use. It is probably the most powerful wealth building tool, other than maybe like a Roth 401k or 401k matches, stuff like that. If you're talking about investments and you're talking about something that pretty much everybody has access to, a Roth IRA is one of the best tools, probably the best tool. In the long run, you're going to be able to pull all of your interest money out completely tax-free, which is an absolute cheat code. So what do I mean by this title? If you have the money to be able to max it out, shouldn't you? And why am I saying that you shouldn't? Well, let's get into that part. First off, when you put money into a Roth, you do have the ability to pull it out. However, most people are just going to recommend you keep it in there and you let it grow, you let it grow, you let it grow. Now, you can't pull any interest out until I think you're 59 and a half, and if you pull it out early, you're going to be taxed and penalized, which is a major problem, but you are able to pull that principal amount out whenever you'd like. Now, once again, if you're going to put it in the account, you might as well let it sit there and grow. So basically, anytime you put money into the account, it's basically gone until you're at a retirement age. Again, you are able to pull that principal amount out, but if you're going to do that, then you shouldn't have put the money in the first place. That's basically the point I'm trying to make here. So what are the practical reasons of not wanting to get your money locked up? First off is keeping some capital is always great. If you're trying to start a business, if you're looking to do other things in your life, having a little bit of money around is always going to be a solid option to have. Now, you're not going to need thousands and hundreds of thousands in your bank account at all times, but having enough money to have an emergency fund, building towards future plans, whatever that may look like, whether it's a business or other lifestyle goals, having extra money for all those things is a great option. So say you have $20,000 in your bank account, you could max out your Roth IRA with about $7,500, but if you do that, then you're only going to have $13,000 left in your account, and maybe that's not enough for a solid emergency fund for you, and you might need more. That's one of the reasons why you shouldn't be maxing out your Roth IRA, even if you have the money to. But another reason is to just keep some money to invest in yourself. And this is mainly more targeted towards younger men, but there's often opportunities in our lives where we can spend money to get education, whether that's through online platforms, in-person learning, or like conventions and networking opportunities that you have to pay to get into. Those are all great things to have extra money lying around that you don't have to worry about spending and that you can throw at to grow yourself and grow your personable skills. Again, I think an $1,000 convention ticket to network with some of the smartest minds in your industry is much more well spent than $1,000 in your Roth IRA. Because what $1,000 in your Roth IRA isn't going to do is it's not going to increase your income, it's only going to grow with the market. However, if you invest in yourself and you get a better position because you meet somebody at an event, well, then you're going to be making a lot more money. It's going to be the highest ROI investments you can make, and not only that, but you're going to be bettering yourself in the process. And again, if you're in your younger ages, again, I'm not going to try to underestimate the power of investing early. If you're 18 right now and you invest $1 today, I think it's going to be worth somewhere around $81 in the future, and that's absolutely insane. Like, there is a reason why you should be investing early, and there's like, if you have the money to invest early, you should invest early. But it's also smart to keep some capital on hand to be able to invest in yourself and just have in case things go wrong. Now, another section of this is lifestyle choices, and I'm not a big fan of big major purchases controlling your life. However, there is something to be said about having a nice wedding, getting your wife a nice engagement ring, having a nice honeymoon, having a good down payment on a house, and being able to plan for kids. All of those things can be very expensive, just to be completely blunt, and you're going to want to have extra money laying around. So if you're 20 to 21 years old and you only have $10,000 in your account, you should probably keep some of that for those major life decisions. Also, if you don't really have a car, you can go ahead and buy a used cheap car instead of going on a car payment because you won't have the money to be able to buy one outright. Again, there's just a lot of small things that can add up here to serious money, so you want to make sure you're making the smart decision. And locking a lot of that money up into a Roth IRA isn't the smartest decision in the world oftentimes. And look, I understand you might not want to have the most expensive fancy wedding in the world, but I hate to say it, women usually want to have that. And it's understandable, and you as the husband should probably be looking to provide that. Again, you don't need to go into debt for a crazy wedding. You don't need to invite your extended family members and your friends of friends and your friends of friends, boyfriends and girlfriends, but you do need to make a memorable day for your wife and also yourself, of course. And, that does have a price tag on it. I hate to admit it, and it is true, so you're just gonna have to live with that. Now, if you find a woman that doesn't want that, then that's great. Then maybe you want to plan for a house, or maybe you are gonna have to do both. Again, there's just a lot of reasons to keep some extra money laying around in your account. And when you're at a younger age, you're probably not going to have $100,000 just sitting in your bank account. So you have to be very smart of what you're going to put towards a Roth or what you're going to put towards these lifestyle goals or investing back into yourself, right? All of that being said, what do I do and what should you do as well? Well, you should have a blend of both worlds, right? Currently where I'm at, I'm probably a little over leveraged in my investing. I've got a lot of money sitting in the stock market, whether that's through a normal brokerage account or whether that's through a Roth IRA. Now, it's not bad for me to have my money there as it's growing much more than it is in my current bank account. However, there's been a current market dip. So if I needed that money right now, I would be losing a lot on the index funds going down recently. And if I had to pull that money out today, I would be not screwed, but I would definitely not be in a great place as if I just had left it in my bank account to sit there for a better time. Again, that money's probably going to go back up in another year or two here. And that's probably when I'm going to actually need to use the money next. However, some of that is also sitting in a Roth like we're talking about right now, and I'm not going to be able to touch that money anyways. That being said, what I am building towards right now is just building money in my checking account. Every paycheck I get from YouTube, any paycheck I get from anywhere else, it's all going to be going towards my checking account and just building up a firmer nest egg to build an emergency fund and also to build towards a down payment, build towards a wedding, build towards an engagement ring, all of those things as well, of course. So yeah, for you, maybe you have a pretty even split. What can this look like for you? Well, first, you want to make sure you're living below your means, saving extra money in the first place, which is a major step. Some people just go into credit card debt and rack up bills on bills on bills, and then they don't have any money to save or invest at all. So first, you're going to want to do that. But once you do that, you have an even split, well, maybe you go 50-50, or you go 60-40, where you put 60 towards a checking and 40 towards investments. Again, that's the extra money you have left over after budgeting out, which should be about around 10 to 20% of your income as a whole. And then you divide that 10 to 20% into that 60-40 split, whatever that may look like for yourself. And then, yeah, you can build number one towards lifestyle goals and investing in yourself, but you can also build towards your retirement at an early age. That being said, with this whole video, the last thing I want you guys to get out of it is to not use Roth IRAs. If you don't need to spend money, then go ahead and max out your Roth. However, like I've been saying throughout this whole video, most people will benefit from other things. Retirement is great. Building wealth for the future is great. However, there is something to be said about using money as a resource in our current day and trying to build yourself as a better man, especially if you're in your younger years. So whether that looks like splurging on a more expensive gym membership, going to a job convention, or really doing anything with your money to invest in yourself, I think that's a much better investment at a younger age than investing in a Roth is, despite the crazy compound interest you'll get at investing at 18 to 25, right? Invest in yourself, build your skills, and I think from that your income will grow so much more, and then you'll have even more money to invest in your Roth IRA in your 30s, in your 40s, and in your 50s. Or maybe you'll make so much money you can't even use a Roth, which would be a great problem to have. That being said, if you enjoyed this video, check out another video of mine on your screen right now.